Scott Hayes, his partner Steve-O, not here yet, taking on Jeff the Crippler Daniels and Shawn Shultz.
And I know Scott's tough. I know Scott's got a lot of heart. He's definitely a fighting champion. But to take on two of the top names in NWA by himself, Shawn Shultz and Jeff Daniels, and you know Jeff's out for Scott's blood. Scott's got a lot in his plate tonight. It's gonna be a fight for Scott.
Well, I like Scott Hayes just fine, but there's a difference between having guts and just being plain stupid. And like you said, two of the top competitors here at NWA Main Event are Jeff the Crippler Daniels and Shawn Shultz, and now Scott has gotten himself into a handicap match with the two until Steve-O arrives.
And not to take anything away from those two, but let's not forget that Jezebel at ringside, Dominique, you know
Absolutely.
She's not going to go too long without getting her nose in this match.
So now we're talking about a 3-on-1 situation with her on the outside.
I don't understand why Scott wouldn't just get some kind of temporary help even. You know, if Steve-O arrives late, that's one thing. At least he could have pulled Big Willie Douglas. He could have pulled Tyron Flynn. He could have pulled anyone from the back, and he's choosing to take him on by himself. And right now, Jeff is in control of the match. Although a quick arm drag there from Scott Hayes, he may have just turned the tide.
Well, like I said, the heart of a fighting champion is Playboy Scott Hayes, and the armbar is applied by the Mid-America Heavyweight Champion onto the former champion, Jeff the Crippler Daniels.
Well, you know, Scott Hayes and Jeff Daniels obviously have a long and storied history. They've been fighting each other for the Mid-America Heavyweight Championship belt that sits right in front of our table here. And you know Jeff is eager and hungry to get his hands back on that belt. And with the help of Shawn Shultz, I'll tell you, he could wear Scott down to the point where it's not going to take much effort at all for Jeff to get it back.
Well, some men live by the sword and they die by the sword. Jeff the Crippler Daniels lives by the Mid-America Heavyweight title, and he dies by that title. And like I said, there's been a hole in the stomach of Jeff Daniels ever since he lost that belt to Playboy Scott Hayes some weeks ago here on NWA Main Event television.
And see, this is what we were worried about right here, Jason. I mean, if you look at this, double team action on Scott Hayes. Shawn is going to be the fresh legs in this match, and Scott's got to fight him by himself. Jeff made the tag into Shawn. It looks like Scott's holding his own out here, but really, it's only a matter of time. Fatigue has got to set in, and Scott's going to be in it. Wait a minute.
What a maneuver there from the Playboy Scott Hayes. And, boy, it looked like Jeff Daniels and Shawn Shultz were playing a game of seesaw.
Well, it looked like they were at the riding the mechanical bull down at the trap downtown. And I'm telling you what, Scott might have had a good strategy right there. He might not be able to take him on one by one, but if he can wear him down by cutting him off at the legs, so to speak, he may have a chance at this match.
And wait a minute, backdrop out, but Scott Hayes lands on his feet and a shot there from Mr. Everybody Knows. Not able to do it, and Scott Hayes over. Unbelievable.
What a body press. Look at that. Did you see the height he got on that, clearing the ropes and taking out not only Shawn Shultz, but Jeff Daniels as well?
Well, that's why they call him the Mid-America Heavyweight Champion, the Playboy Scott Hayes, with an impressive maneuver onto both Jeff the Crippler Daniels and Shawn Shultz.
And I'll tell you what, Scott's showing that heart, he's showing that fighting spirit. He's taking on both of these men, and right now he's in control of this match. By himself, taking on two of the top contenders as Shawn cuts off that stellar offense that Scott had going and tags in Jeff Daniels. And another more double team action going on as Shultz and Daniels whip Scott into the ropes. Shawn ducks down. Sunset flip on Jeff Daniels. He's the legal man, 1-2, but Shawn gets the boot into Scott's back.
You got to watch Shultz from behind. The Sunset could have done it, but with a tag team partner in the ring. And referee Jamie Ferrari has yet to get these two out. It's not a handicap match. It is tag team action. And one of these two, Jeff the Crippler Daniels goes to the outside, so there we go.
Well, right now, I believe Jeff's the legal man, isn't he? Shawn made the tag, and Jeff's on the outside of the ring trying to compose himself. Shawn is being left to his own devices in the ring right now with Playboy Scott Hayes. And you know Playboy's out to prove that he's a fighting champion. He's going to do whatever it takes to win.
Playboy Scott Hayes with Shawn Shultz backed into the corner here at the Nick Goulas Sports Arena. Irish whip to Shawn Shultz. Playboy in, and a boot to Scott Hayes right to the jaw of the Mid-America Heavyweight Champion.
And did you see the impact of that boot? It stopped Scott cold. Look at him. He's down on the mat. He's not moving. I don't know. Scott may be seeing the end of his rope here. This may be the end of the match.
And Jeff the Crippler Daniels with a smirk on his face. And you got to think that right now he is in a comfortable position in this contest. Of course, on the outside, his team has the upper hand on the current Mid-America Heavyweight Champion, Playboy Scott Hayes, and Dominique on the outside. I can't stand her.
And Jason, we still have yet to see Steve-O. Steve has not entered the building. We've had no word from the back that he's even remotely near the arena. Scott's just, he's in trouble right now, I'm telling you. Eventually, it's going to wear down, and Scott's going to run out of juice. Fatigue has got to set in at some point here. And Shawn shoving Scott into the ropes, whips him across to the other side, ducks down. Scott coming off, and a big knee to the back of Scott Hayes, and a clothesline that just knocks the head off of Jason James.
You know, I'm thinking about it, Scott. It's only 1:45. Where could Steve-O be on a Saturday afternoon? I don't understand it.
Well, you know, as Scott told me before this match started, he said there were some family emergencies that Steve-O was talking about. And, you know, the weather's been bad in Nashville.
Absolutely, yeah.
We've had snow and ice and sleet, all kinds of nasty weather. He said those are the things that could be keeping Steve-O. And look at this, double underhook from Jeff Daniels, and suplexes Scott right onto his back. 1, 2. Scott's still able to kick out at 2. Fatigue not done in yet. He is not finished yet. He is fighting his way through this match.
Jeff the Crippler Daniels and Scott Hayes in a way, nonetheless, fighting his way through or not, fatigue has got to be setting in. This man has got to, he's got to get a tag, but he has no partner on the outside to make that tag too. Boy, Steve-O has really left Scott Hayes high and dry so far.
He's just left him hanging in this match. Scott trying to fight back, gets that boot up into Jeff's face. Desperation maneuver, shot right into the midsection from the boot of Scott Hayes. A big kick to the face, follows it up with some punches, and Jeff's looking a little worse for wear.
Oh! And a pull of the tights, and that sends the Playboy outside of the ring, and Dominique on the outside with those boots right on the current champion.
And look at this, Shawn Shultz coming in to join in on the fight as well.
Well, you had to know she was on the outside. You had to know that this was going to happen sooner or later. Has colleague Scott Berry after that one.
Well, Jason, you know it's not the first time I've had to be bleeped out. I just have a lot of passion for this sport, and I can't believe that someone like Dominique put an elbow shot on Jeff Daniels.
Springboard back elbow, both men down. This could be Hayes' chance to capitalize on a down member of the tag team he stands across the ring from.
Hayes has got to find some adrenaline. He's got to find some gas to get up and make some kind of offensive maneuver here. He's got to go on offense, and he's got to go fast. And look at Dominique. Dominique just taunting Scott Hayes in the corner where Steve-O should be standing.
Well, Scott Hayes is crawling to the opposite corner, but to no avail. There is no partner, not able to make a tag. Is Playboy Scott Hayes.
But you know, I don't even think Scott realizes it at this point. He's been beaten down, he's been battered, he's been put down, he's been insulted. I don't even think he knows what's going on anymore. He just knows out of no, wait a minute.
Wait.
Coming in through the back
Steve-O!
door. That's him. That's Steve.
Steve-O is here at the Tennessee. He's at the Tennessee State Fairgrounds, and he's in the corner of Playboy Scott Hayes.
Look at him. He's not even dressed. He's not even dressed, but he's here.
He finally made it to the Nick of the Sports Arena, did Steve-O.